My name is Steve, and I had the pleasure of meeting Amigo Bob and Jan when she was called Jan, not Kalita, back in the early 80s. And I remember very well Sarah and the Trompers would come over to Circle I and proceed to help us dry whatever we were drying or eat whatever we were eating. And it was such an honor to look out here and see several familiar faces of many people that Amigo and Kalita touched. And many of us have gone on to touch others, and it's a beautiful thread that I feel really honored to be part of. And one of my little sort of things I want to share with you, one happened just a few weeks ago when I was cleaning out my briefcase that I often bring to Eco Farm, and in it fell out a lunch ticket. And for those of you who've ever been at Eco Farm, one of the most beautiful sights was Amigo Bob standing outside trying to get lunch tickets from people who might have extra one so that he could do what we call gift. Remember what a gift is when you give something to somebody and not expect anything in return? And he was really good at doing that. And so next year in his honor, I plan to give that lunch ticket to someone who could use a lunch. Should we all be lucky to have Eco Farm again, which I hope we will. And then the other memory I want to share, many years ago, Amigo Bob invited me to be part of the Oregon Country Fair Organic Matters booth because I would just finish always at High Sierra, and I would bring up a bunch of watermelon and fruit and whatnot, and we gave it away at the Oregon Country Fair. And when Jennifer and Amigo Bob and I were camping by one another a couple of years ago, I remember going back to my camp right before sunset, and I saw Amigo standing in this beautiful forest with the sun shining on him. And I don't know that he saw me because I think the sun might have been blocking his eyes. But I remember, and I will hold this till I die, that he was just taking it all in. He was just having a quiet moment. And for those of you who know Amigo Bob, that was not too common to see him have a quiet moment, like right there. And so I watched him for about 4 or 5 minutes while I was standing on a trail, and it was just, I knew he wasn't well, and I knew that he was appreciating his moments. And I just feel so incredibly honored and lucky to have been a friend, to be called a friend. And so I love you, and I love all of you, and thank you for being part of what we call making things happen in the world and changing the world in a direction that we all appreciate and feel there's a lot of value there. And I know there's a lot of shit going on, but I know there's a lot of goodness, and I'm going to focus on the goodness. So I'd like to read a little thing that helps me when I have people who are no longer physically here. And if you want a copy of this, just see me. I'll be around for a little while before I head back to Chico. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men who wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for my brother, walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in my eyes and not in your mind. You can love me most by letting hands, as Brooke said, letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Thank you.